What is the last topic which we have dealt in the previous class? Mitosis. Hmm? Structure of ovule after that. Double fertilization completed. Okay. Double fertilization. Huh? Mitosis completed. Mitosis. Double fertilization means the first male nucleus fuses with the egg cell. It is first fertilization. Second fertilization means the second male nucleus fuses with the secondary nucleus or the polar nucleus is said to be as second fertilization. So two fertilizations are happening in the flowering plants. So it is called as double fertilization that we have learnt. After that we have learnt about the life cycle. What? Hmm? Yes or no? Next what? Kalyani, just look into your running notes and see what is the last subtopic which we have discussed. Huh? Interface. These are the four phases in mitosis. Four phases in mitosis. These four comes under karyokinesis. In mitosis, first interphase will be there. In the interphase, there is a cell cycle. Cell cycle. We have learnt about G1 phase, then S phase, G2 phase, and finally mitosis. Okay, this is 10.5 hours. S phase, how many hours? Then D2 phase 3.5 hours, and this is total how many hours? 21.5, 24.5, 25.5. See, interphase, we are able to learn about the cell cycle, which is comprising of different phases. Gap 1 phase. Gap 1 means after the mitosis, again new cell state, new division to take place, there is a gap. That is what we are calling it as gap 1 phase, that is staying for 10.5 hours. Next year, synthesis of the genetic material will be taken place, or DNA will be taken place. That also will take nearly 10.5 hours. G2 means it is the gap between synthesis of DNA and the mitosis. So that is what we are calling it as G2 phase, which lasts for 3.5 hours. Mitosis, which is having two phases. One is called karyokinesis and second one is cytokinesis. It is the nucleus division. Division of nucleus is said to be as karyokinesis. Division of cytoplasm. Is it clear? Division of nucleus means inside that whatever the nuclear material, genes and what you can say that chromosomes and all, the division and all comes under karyokinesis. And what changes occurs in cytoplasm comes under cytokinesis. Is it clear? Now comes to meiosis. In the mitosis, again in the karyokinesis I told about, there is a prophase. We have discussed no prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. These are the phases which you are able to find in the case of karyokinesis, nucleus division, karyokinesis. After immediate interphase or the resting phase, the cell division goes to prophase stage. Prophase after it goes to metaphase. Metaphase to anaphase, anaphase to telophase. Immediately it goes switch over to cytokinesis. Cyto. So in this cytoplasm equally it will be distributed to the two daughter cells. So from a single parent cell, two daughter cells will be formed in mitosis. So it is called as mitosis is also called as equal division. Is also called as equal division. These are all we have learnt in the previous class. Okay. Now let us, what is happening in the prophase and metaphase, anaphase and telophase, these also stepwise we have discussed what changes occurs in the cytoplasm. Now let us switch over to meiosis. Actually this mitosis always occurs in somatic cells. Somatic cells means the cells which are there in the hand and in the liver and in the heart and brain, kidneys and all comes under somatic cells. Except ovaries in my body and testes in the males. Except these two areas, the rest of all the cells they undergo mitosis because they are all considered to be as somatic cells. Now comes to meiosis. Now let us know about meiosis, which takes place MEIOSIS. Here this means reduction division. It is also called as reduction division. Is it okay, children? Only you are following, others they are not following. Meiosis is also called as reduction division. Once again we'll discuss. Okay. Here meiosis is also called as reduction division means parent cell, if the parent cell starts with 4 chromosomes, 4 chromosomes in the nucleus, 4 daughter cells, they will be formed at the end of meiosis. Each one is having 2 chromosomes only. That is what chromosomal number will be decreased to half. If we take the human beings, we are having 46 chromosomes. The cells which are there in our body, each cell is having 46 chromosomes. But when it comes to the gamete formation, sperm cell or the ovum which is released by the mother, sperm by the father, each one consists of only 23 chromosomes only. Chromosomes in sperm and 23 chromosomes in ovum. So when these two, when they fuse with each other, again 46 chromosomes in zygote, it is diploid. Is it okay? Next, really if the mitosis is not happening in our body or in the plant body, we cannot show any growth or development. We cannot show any kind of growth of development. Growth is possible when the zygote repeatedly undergoes that mitotic divisions. Then you are able to find that nearly 7 millions of cells will be there in the just born baby. So now if you observe that when it comes to 30 kgs or 40 kgs, when the child attains that puberty stage, it will be many times it will be multiplied. Is it okay? So mitosis always occurs in somatic cells of our body. So growth and development of any organism like a plant or animal like human being is taken place. But meiosis always occurs in only the germ cells. Germ cells means reproductive cells or we can call them as sex cells. In that the meiosis will occur at the time of reproduction. At the time of reproduction. While they are making the gametes, while they are forming the gametes, see in the females, in the ovaries, The mother cells, they used to divide meiotically and they produce that ovum. And in the case of males, in the seminiferous tubules which are there in the testes, there we are finding that the meiotic division occurs and the spermatozoa will be produced. Is it okay? Yes. Mitosis also starts with 46 chromosomes in the parent cell. For example, when two daughter cells are formed, each daughter cell is having 46 chromosomes each. Chromosomes number same to same. To the two daughter cells they were distributed. That is what it is called as equal division. How many chromosomes are there with parent cell? The daughter cells also will have the same number of chromosomes. If really it is not happening, if two daughter cells they are having only 23 means next generation it becomes 12.5. Next generation it becomes half. After few generations later chromosomes may disappear. So organism may not exist. So that is what, because of the creator's greatness is shown in every point. That is what the reason here we are able to find mitotic division with same number of chromosomes they enter into the daughter cells. Daughter means it is not the daughter like you people. Okay, the cells which are formed from the parent cell, we are normally call them as daughter cells. When it comes to meiosis, here chromosomes number will be half. If really if it is not half, what is going to happen? Like this mitosis, 46 chromosomes are there in the spermatozoa and 46 chromosomes are there in the ovum. Then again they combine, they fuse with each other. Then it becomes 92 chromosomes in the next generation. Again 92 plus 92 in the next generation, they combine 184. Like that, doubling of chromosomes will be taken place and some abnormalities will come to the organisms. We may born with some horns or tail or something else. That is what meiosis is also called as reduction division. So chromosomes number will become half. So that parent, whatever the zygote is formed, it is having always maintaining 46 chromosomes only. After that, all the divisions are mitosis. So in our body, the cells they are having 46 chromosomes. Is it okay? Germ cells means I told you sperm is one germ cell, ovum is another germ cell. Gametes, we can say this one as gamete, this one as another gamete. This is female gamete. Ovum means female gamete. This is male gamete. Spermatozoa is the male gamete. For the formation of these, here macrospore mother cells they undergo meiosis and they form the ovum. Microspore mother cells in the testes of your father, they will be again undergoing that meiotic division and they produce the spermatozoa. Millions of spermatozoa will be produced. Is it okay? The cells which are producing the gametes they are called as germ cells. Okay? You listen with interest. First thing. Here, germ cells are nothing but which are there inside the testes of males, inside the ovaries of the females. They undergo meiotic division, meiosis, reduction division, and half chromosomes only they enter into the gametes. The father is having 46 chromosomes in the microspore mother cells, they enter into the gamete only 23. In your mother, in the ovaries, 46 chromosomes are there in the macrospore mother cells, they enter into the female gametes like ovum only 23. When these two, when they fuse with each other, zygote is formed and that zygote is having 23 plus 23 again 46 chromosomes. So chromosomes number it is constant in human beings. Human beings are one species. So all the human beings they maintain only 46 chromosomes only. Now comes to meiosis. It is having two phases. Meiosis 1 and the next one is here I am not speaking with sperm and ovum. Somatic cells are different. They are present in all the parts of the body except testis and ovaries. You don't involve testis and ovaries there. Other cells in our body. Mitosis will occur. Now comes to meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. The true definition for meiosis 1 is here only reduction division RD we can say. Meiosis 2 is nothing but all the steps like mitosis only. What steps are present in mitosis? What steps are there in mitosis? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Before that there is a interphase. Interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And here meiosis 1 in this whatever the phases there is no interphase, no resting phase. So in the interphase doubling of chromosomal material will not be taken place. Doubling of chromosomal material will not be there. Directly it enters into prophase 1. Next metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. After that cytokinesis. After cytokinesis cell, that cytoplasm division, two daughter cells will be formed. These two daughter cells, they undergo meiosis 2. Again, here actually each parent cell, if it is having that 46 chromosomes, for example, two daughter cells will be formed at the end of meiosis 1 with 23 chromosomes only. Again, these two daughter cells, they undergo that meiosis. There is an interphase, means doubling of chromosomal material. Here 23 are there, means for making another 23 chromosomes, the DNA material will be added for these two. This is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Again cytokinesis. And finally, from each daughter cell, we are able to get two daughter cells. So total at the end of meiosis, 4 daughter cells will be formed. Here at the end of mitosis, meiosis 1, 2 daughter cells, and each one is having 23 chromosomes. When it comes to the again, it is maintaining in the meiosis 2. This gives 2 daughter cells with 23 chromosomes each. This also gives you what? Which occur in for the production of, not inside the sperm and ovum, for the production of spermatozoa, it is happening in the seminiferous tubules of the males, which they are lying inside the testis. Before the production of spermatozoa only, meiosis will be taken place. Before the production of ovum in the mother, there the production, this division called meiosis will be taken place. Then only haploid gametes, like one set of chromosomes will be there with ovum and spermatozoa. First diagram process of meiosis in your textbook, you look into that and share screen, you see to it. Gemma, are you able to get? See here, there it is very clearly it was given. Prophase 1, nuclear membrane is disappearing. Look into that. Nuclear membrane disappears and nucleolus also disappears. And prophase 1, there is a process called crossing over. Crossing over. Please note that. See, non-sister chromosomes. If it is from father, this chromosome is from father and this chromosome is from mother, thread-like structures. And these chromosomes, they are having two chromatids and centrally placed centromere will be there. They just exchange the genetic material. That is what we are calling it as crossing over. Just look into here. When we keep the two hands like this, wherever it is one hand, it is right hand. When it touches, there is a question of genetic material exchange will be taking place. Because of the meiotic division only, some of the children they are getting that, some of the what you can say that characters like father, some of the characters like mother or the grandparents, because where the chromosomes they go for crossing over means prophase one. Next, as usual in the metaphase, the chromosomes comes to the center of the cell, center of the nucleus, equatorial plate. They are connected to the spindle fibers. Spindle fibers will connect to this particular centromere, and if they start from one pole, they will end up to the other pole. Next, when it comes to the anaphase, you are able to find the spindle fiber, they contract towards the respective poles. Okay, then they are having that V or J shape I told you. When it comes to the telophase stage, around the chromosomes, again there is a nuclear envelope will be formed, and the plasma membrane of the cell, it is having a constriction in the center. It is having constriction in the center which divides that parent cell into two daughter cells. Diagram you just observe it. First, fourth diagram is having two daughter cells. There ends a meiosis 1. Thereafter, you are able to find that meiosis 2 starts. Means interphase after prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. From each daughter cell, 2 daughter cells will be formed. So total at the end of meiotic division, 4 daughter cells will be formed. Is it clear for you? Next goes to reproductive health. Reproductive health. In the plan. See, everyone they need to have the reproductive health, because if we are having the reproductive health, okay, then we can say that it is a sound mind it is having in the sound body. How we are saying that the person is healthy, in the same manner the society also will be healthy. Okay, next, government of India, what they have fixed the legal marriage age for boys 21 years and for the girls 18 years, because at that time only the what you can say that after attaining the puberty some changes will occur in their body and they are physically and mentally they are fit. Is it okay? So marriageable legal age, before that they are not supposed to go for marriage because they cannot give birth to the healthy babies. That is what, see, to keep that healthy society, government has fixed that legal marriage age for boys 21 years and for the girls 18 years. Next, you tell me, why do we fall ill? Tell me, why do we fall ill? In one first chapter, you have learnt about some of the deficiency diseases and malnutritional diseases. But here in this chapter, you are going to learn about some bacterial diseases. If the bacteria not only attacking the entering to the open wounds and causes some septicemia like that. Another disease is gonorrhea. For the one of the STD disease is gonorrhea and syphilis. STD means here sexually transmitted diseases are called STDs. What are the two bacterial diseases which are occurred? Means one is gonorrhea and second one is syphilis. Okay, next another one is, see, if at all this disease is there for the male person, it may enter into the same bacteria, enter into the female. If they are having the females are having this bacterial disease, it may attack even the husband. In that way, they are called as STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. Next, another one is viral disease. Through virus, which disease will occur means that is AIDS. HIV virus means human immunodeficiency virus. If at all it enters into our body, there is a chance of getting AIDS disease. AIDS means, what is the abbreviation for AIDS? See here, acquired means it is not from their own, it is acquired from someone. Okay. Next, another one is immuno. The moment when the virus, HIV virus, enter into our body, it will start just collapsing our immune system. Defense mechanism and all will be collapsed. Next, another one, syndrome means at a time many diseases, bacterial, fungal, and viral diseases at a time they will attack. That is what it is called as syndrome. So, acquired immunodeficiency virus. Sorry, here HIV virus means human immunodeficiency virus. When they enter into our body, we used to get the AIDS disease. That is what acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay. Next comes to how does HIV is transmitted? Anyone? From one person to the other person. How the HIV virus will be transmitted from one person? See, many times when the person injured because of major accident, they used to opt only the blood transfusion. At that time, every person is not affecting with AIDS disease, no? Here, one is mother to child. The mother is having, there are four routes. In what way it enter into the healthy person body means mother to the child through breast milk. Next one, infected blood is given to the needy person. If one person is injured and immediately blood transfusion is needed and the relatives they are not having the same blood group, when we get the blood from the blood bank, sometimes if it is in the window period, even the lab technicians could not able to predict. That is what, when it is injected into the body, the injured person also will get the same disease after 3 or 4 years later. Next, another one is using infected devices means either by using same used up needles. For the infected person, same needles and syringes or the surgical instruments are used. The same immediately within 12 seconds. If it is used for the healthy person, there is a possibility of getting the AIDS disease. Next, last one is unsafe sexual contacts. These are the four routes in what way the HIV enters into the other person. Next, the statistical information during the year 2011 to 2012, 24 lakhs people in our country, they were attacked with this HIV. This is the statistical information collected by the government people during the period of 2011 to 2012. Obviously, now in our two states, they are in leading. AP and Telangana states, they are leading. They are just estimating that, experts, they are estimating that every 300 adults, one person may be affected with HIV AIDS. In our state, nearly 1.07 among the males and 0.73 females, they were affected. Next year, age groups also they have given 15 to 49 year adults, 0.90% in AP and Telangana, and pregnant women, their ratio is more, 1.22 percentage. Next, according to experts, HIV in what way it is spreading from one person to the other person. Roots are four I have given here. One is maybe illiteracy. Next, poor health and unemployment. Migration means moving from one place to the other place, non-traditional sex practice, and unethical contacts and trafficking. Next, madam. So after 2 minutes, let us continue. Please connect yourself. Okay.
వీడియోస్ డిలీట్ చేస్తారు కదా ఇందులో.
నేను చేయలేదు.
చేయలేదా?